Hey, guys, this episode is brought to you by TeePublic. You guys know TeePublic. I've been with TeePublic forever, since the Schmodown days, since the big thing launched. If you have a Sith Council shirt, if you have any of our shirts, you got them from TeePublic. From over the years, we've been working with TeePublic. When I went out on my own, they were one of the first calls that I made. So not only can you get all of the branded merch from this show, t-shirts, stickers, phone cases, mugs, all that, when you are on the site, do a search. You're going to discover something that you like, especially in this space, man. An artist uploads new work to the TeePublic marketplace every 5 seconds. Because of the thousands of global artists that populate the marketplace, you're going to find designs you won't find at a big box store, especially if your interests are super niche. Doesn't matter what you're into, you can find it on TeePublic. You want a graphic tee of a cat riding a unicorn? Check. A t-shirt with your favorite movie quote? Got it. You want merch for the big thing? Hey, that's what you want, obviously. I've been using TeePublic forever. If you guys know me from back in the day, I've been talking about them that long. So it was obvious that I was going to be using them again, and I'm so glad that I did. So many of you guys, when I see you at some of the events, you're wearing the big thing shirts, and it all comes from TeePublic. And browse around on my link. It's going to be in the iCard right there. It's going to be in the description right there. Browse around. You will find stuff that you like. So I'm happy that they're on the show. They're sponsoring the show now. TeePublic, everybody. Check them out. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Thursday episode of The Big Thing. And it is going to be an interesting episode, to say the least. It's just me and Brett Sheridan here. And the one major topic that we're definitely going to talk about is Rebel Moon, right? That trailer just came out, and Zack Snyder already says there's a director's cut. And there's another hour of footage inside of the movie. Why do they need one? I'm just curious if that's something that we need or not. We'll discuss that more. The DC universe, is it in trouble? With the strike and everything else, and the bad box office, and then Ahsoka, man. That's another one. It seems like people are high on Star Wars again after this series. Can it hold? That and more on today's episode with myself and Brett Sheridan. Roxy's out. She's on vacation, so she'll be back. And when she was on what the hell episode was it? Tuesday. She's on the Tuesday show, so you can check her out if you want to see her on Tuesday. But she'll be back. Don't worry. I know people were excited to have us all back together. We will be. And once the strikes are over, everybody's going to start coming back in. But if you're part of the channel, the other thing I did is I saw Gran Turismo last night. I'm going to talk to Brett about that. That's a movie that I wasn't expecting to be good, and it was. And there you go. All right. Thanks for joining us today. We'll see you tomorrow. No. So join us if you haven't already. Hit that button, man. Hit that button. We're at almost 90,000. I think we hit 90,000 by the weekend. Woo. Yeah. But that's up to you guys. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere podcasts are found. You help us out. All right, let's do it. It's me and it's Brett. Nice. Now, that was a different version of it.
Yeah.
I don't know which version that was.
I think it always needed like a...
I thought it had something like that, but that was from the great David B. That's today's episode.
Hey, look at that.
What do you got?
It's good framing.
Everything about the show today. Brett came and said, what are we going to talk about? I said, I have no idea. Although, like I said, there was a couple things that I did see that we can talk about news-wise. So if you're tuning in for the news itself, then we'll get into that, and you're going to see complete. I don't know what the hell's going to happen with the
release the Snyder cut.
Well, there is going to be another one.
There is one. There is. Now he's just like, I have to do a Snyder cut.
You know what's funny about that, though? I don't think you're wrong. I think it's like almost like it's kind of part of his thing now, right?
Yeah.
To do a director's cut, even though he's kind of I understood the reason for having the Justice League thing with everything that went down, but it's like everything there's a director's cut for everything now. And let's get into the story before we talk about it. And let's see, because do we need one yet? I mean, I guess look, the same thing could be said about Lord of the Rings. When Lord of the Rings came out, when they put it in theaters, the first one, the first series rather, they couldn't release those 4-hour episodes in the theater, but they play really well. I actually prefer the extended cuts of the Lord of the Rings more so than I do the actual ones.
I've got to find the time to watch those because I bet I'd love it.
They're really good.
I loved Lord of the Rings.
If you love Lord of the Rings, the extended cut is the way to go.
Yeah.
Like when I showed Vivi, I showed my oldest, and during the pandemic we watched Lord of the Rings, and I didn't even tell my wife. So we were like, okay, we're gonna watch Lord of the Rings. She's great. I didn't even tell her that I was putting the extended cuts on because I knew it was gonna take us a couple days to watch it anyway because of bedtime and all that shit. So I just put on. It took us like I don't remember 2 weeks to watch all three of them, but we watched all three of them, and they're just significantly better. So hearing myself say that, if the guy who created this thing knows that there's more lore attached to it and that it's going to play better, and it's on streaming, then who knows? But let's get into the actual article itself, and here it is. All right, Zack Snyder confirms that Rebel Moon has a director's cut by the G-Man over at Dark Horizons. In the wake of the launch of the teaser trailer for Zack Snyder's two-film science fiction epic Rebel Moon, the filmmaker spoke with Netflix's official news site Tudum to discuss the questions that have arisen in the time since. The film follows Korra, a mysterious young woman who recruits warriors from neighboring planets to rebel against a tyrannical empire known as the Imperium that's invaded the peaceful colony Moon. Influences range from heavy metal, Star Wars, Dune, and the works of Akira Kurosawa, along with Snyder's own distinct taste. Back in March, sound recording mixer Andy Koyama revealed that Snyder was working on an R-rated extended cut for both parts of the movie alongside the PG-13 regular cuts of the film. Okay, well, that makes a little bit more sense. Snyder now confirms that a director's cut for at least the first film is coming and will be considerably longer than the regular version. He says, the director's cut is close to an hour of extra content, so I think it's a legitimate extended universe version. You really get to see a lot. It's just more painted in all the way. The director's cut is a settle-in deep dive, which I have notoriously done throughout my career. All right, well, you know, it's that side of it, right? I don't know how I got into this director's cut thing, but what I will say about it is that for me, the director's cuts have always been something I had to fight for in the past and nobody wanted it. It was this bastard child that I always tried to put together because I felt there was a deeper version. And with Netflix, we shot scenes just for the director's cut. So in that way, it's really a revelation because it gives that second kick at the can for big fans, like a real discovery that they would not otherwise get. And I'm really excited about it. All right, well, that kind of that alone changes my whole tune on this. Because the one thing, as you said, he owns that it's kind of his thing now.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you have a Zack Snyder movie, you're gonna is there going to be a director's cut? Because it kind of became synonymous with him with the Snyder cut and all these different things. And then the fact that they shot things specifically for the director's cut is because they knew that, all right, you know what we'll do? Let's get a PG-13 version out there that you can really market towards everybody, and then you can make it a little bit more hardcore, and then we
filth
it up and make it a rated R version of it. I think this makes sense. But the only thing though is how popular is the PG-13 version going to be? If it's I mean, have you seen the trailer?
No, I haven't.
It looks pretty. I loved it. I thought it was great.
Play it, Cody. No,
it's a different show.
Not, you know.
Different show. I actually, you know what, Brett? It's one of those shows. I'll show it to you right now. Let's watch the Rebel Moon trailer. All right, Brett. We'll put on the Rebel Moon trailer for you because you haven't seen it yet. So here's the Rebel Moon trailer. This is Brett's reaction as he watches it. So I'd like to get your thoughts on it. Thanks for watching it before the show. Here we go. Symbol.
Yeah, I like that already.
Good stuff. Grass.
Wheat, actually.
Oh, sorry.
Horns.
Yeah, you can tell
the story of the Princess Issa. In myth, she was called the Redeemer. It was said this child would stop the madness of war.
See, it's got kind of a 300 gladiator feel to it.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
That she was to usher in a new age of peace and compassion.
Is that Hannibal Lecter doing the voice?
I was given memories of a world I will never see.
I love it.
Yes.
For a king I cannot serve.
Imagination is phenomenal.
And love for a child I could not save.
It's got a Dune feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany Smith.
What do you think they want?
Biscuits.
I found her. Scargiver.
Yes.
Yeah. And she's fantastic,
They
Sofia
were
Boutella.
I was taught that love is weakness.
I don't like that music though. Is that Jane's Addiction?
Oh, you don't?
I love Jane's Addiction.
The difference between justice and revenge.
Just don't like when Snyder does that. Like,
A price to pay for your
Yeah.
defiance.
it's a great song, but I don't need it for.
One moment.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I do love this part.
Hold on.
But there's so many different elements to it. Let's say that's Paul Giamatti.
Yeah.
So like sabers and beasts, like Clash of the Titans.
Yes.
You and I both know fear. Let's show them that we're not afraid.
I mean, it looks phenomenal.
Oh, yeah. I'm down.
Yeah.
Let's show
Got a
them we're more
griffin.
than
Is that a griffin?
behind us.
Here, look at this guy. Right?
Oh, I disagree. I like that.
You like that?
James.
Okay, all right, take it easy. I didn't ask you.
Ooh.
King is a man, and a man can fail.
Sting.
But a myth is indestructible.
I mean, I can't wait for this movie.
The time has come for all that you love.
Yes.
Protect each other and show them no mercy.
Yeah. Like this, kind of like lightsabers and
Who among you is willing to die for what you believe?
Yeah.
great crew. Look at that crew. Yeah, I think it looks spectacular.
Yeah, I'm totally stoked on this.
Yeah.
This is.
It's Netflix too, so it's not even the theatrical movie, which is crazy.
Yeah.
I hope that they put the. I actually hope that they put. They said this on one of the videos too. I hope that they put the movie on a theatrical release, and maybe even the cut.
That blows my mind that that's not a theatrical movie.
I know.
And what's the budget on it?
Oh, it's got to be ridiculous. I mean, it's 2 movies. It's got to be ridiculous.
Oh, okay.
It's 2 movies. Yeah, the first one comes out in December, I think that's what it is, and then the second one comes out in like March.
I 100%. Monty will watch that with me.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, especially with like a badass chick in it.
It looks
You know,
well.
like-
Sofia Boutella, you know her from? She's in Kingsman.
Yeah, yeah.
She was in. She's in tons of stuff. But she was in. I actually like Star Trek Beyond. I don't think there's a lot of people that do, but I like that movie, and I think she's the best part of it. But yeah, she's really really good, and I'm glad that she's getting a chance to check because she obviously can kick ass. And the people give Charlie Hunnam shit sometimes for acting, but I think it could be because I talked to a few people. They're like, yeah, well, let's just see how the acting is. I liked everything. People are like, well, it's chaotic. I'm like, it's a
Yeah.
teaser trailer. You're not really supposed to know kind of everything what's going on yet. So I'm totally on board with it. I mean, original science fiction like fantasy IP, it was pitched as a Star Wars story, and then it was like too adult or something too. So it whatever the reason was, he pitched that for a Star Wars story, and then they were like, no, because he wanted to go too off track with what he was doing, and then so he just said, screw it, I'll just make it myself.
For some reason, I thought it was when I kept hearing about this and I didn't know anything about it, I thought it was a Star Wars.
You thought
thing.
Rebel Moon was
yeah,
Star Wars?
It
Yeah,
just
okay.
it sounded like something that was Star Warsy.
Well, you can tell. You can look at all the different things that he's. I mean, there's a lot. The inspiration alone, the Kurosawa stuff is very Star Wars. Well, that's where Star Wars was inspired from. Was Kurosawa and tons of other things. And Dune, which is also you see Dune elements for sure. You see, I mean, like Gladiator. You see his own style. It really looks spectacular. I was surprised. There were some people who were just like, I don't know, it just looks too Snydery. It looks too chaotic. And I think that it kind of combines all of that stuff because where you and I differ is I was thrown out and I love Jane's Addiction.
yeah.
But I was just thrown out of it a little bit when we're in a fantasy world and like, rock music from like the 90s starts playing. It threw me off a little bit.
I bet about a lot of people don't even know that song, and it won't even affect them.
I don't think it bothers me more than most people, but like even there's a scene in Ahsoka though, which is funny because there's a moment where like this rock music starts playing, and right away I'm like, what are we playing rock music for? But it was alien rock music, and like there was like the music that she's listening to,
Yeah.
is like you hear the
It's
alien.
it's not a song we
It's not
know.
modern rock.
I like that.
It's alien music, and like whatever she's doing as she's flying through, you hear like them jamming, but it's aliens, and I'm like, okay, I'm like that, and because at first I'm like, come on, we're playing rock music, and then I listen, and I'm like, oh wait, those are freaking aliens singing. I'm like, okay, I'm on board. I'm on board. And some people had an issue with it, but I didn't, because my issue with it isn't the rock music itself. It's the fact of like, why are we playing 90s music in a fantasy world? And I know it's just the trailer, but still it sets the tone. And then so when we're watching it in a full show and like this rock music, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. And then I hear, I'm like, yeah, all right, give it to me. Absolutely. Yeah.
New hit tune.
It's beautiful. Really good stuff. Next thing you know, they're going to be playing it on the Ahsoka.
Yep.
They should. Hey,
just cut us a check.
for food.
Just some food check, man.
Send DoorDash to me. Give me a burrito.
Yeah.
That's all I need right now.
Give me some more.
Some what?
Green Chef. I don't care if I have to make the food. Just send me some.
Just send me some. Use the code. Use the code. That's all you got to do, Filoni. Come on, show a little.
Come on,
show a little. Speaking of Ahsoka and Filoni, you haven't watched that show yet either. Didn't even know it was out.
No.
That's what happens when you don't do this show.
Yeah, I honestly, I'm so out of the loop. Something about being in Nebraska and just moving my mom and stuff.
Sets you back in time.
Sets me back in time. But the only thing we've seen lately is we've been watching. The Witcher did one of these split seasons, and so we're watching that one again. My wife was chomping at the bit to watch it when I was gone this last weekend. But I definitely think, I could get her to do Ahsoka. And when does this Rebel Moon come out?
So you're not listening to me when I talk to you, huh?
No, I can't. I short-term memory, man.
I think what I want to do is, if I can do it while I'm editing, I want to find that clip where I say Rebel Moon is coming out in December and the second one's coming out in March or February, and you go like this, and I want to place that right after you say, when is Rebel Moon
No, I just need you to reiterate.
It's going to be ridiculous.
Oh, okay.
It's 2 movies. Yeah, the first one comes out in December, I think that's what it is, and then the second one comes out in like March.
100%. Monty will watch that with me.
Yeah.
Especially.
Hey, can you reiterate?
December? All right, I can wait.
It's right around the corner, dude. It's September already.
Yeah,
almost. That's crazy.
I'm coming up on my 19th wedding anniversary.
That's nuts. And I was there.
Yeah, 19 years, and I got a junior in high school and a 7th grader.
It's insane. It was nuts. Yeah, I remember my buddy. You talked about too at your wedding. There's it's just like that kind of wall of everybody who's not together.
Yeah, we had that sign in. It was a sign-in sheet that you put like your wedding photo in front of it, and it was this big frame picture, and it was next to my bed. And every morning I'd wake up and I'd look at it, and I was like,
somebody else.
They broke up.
Yeah.
They broke up. They're divorced. And I'm like, we got to get rid of that sign-in sheet.
It's like you guys are like the survival people. It's funny because it's similar to my wedding. There's a few that at my wedding that's the same, but that one I was with my ex-girlfriend at the time. Yeah. And then my buddy was with his ex at the time, who wound up becoming a close friend of ours, right? And she actually ran into her. Not too long. Well, actually, we had a breakfast because her and her husband moved over here. But like, I had a breakfast, and then I hadn't seen her in years. And then I saw her 2 weeks later with the kids driving around. It was hilarious. But there you go. It's things just kind of move and shake, man.
Hey, Snyder, come on, tell us when Rebel Moon's coming out.
Yeah. make us a director's cut of Brett's wedding.
Yeah.
That's all I want to say.
I still haven't edited that. That's something that
you never will.
I wouldn't pay this guy $100 to do.
$100 back then. It's $100 to just edit the video. You'll never edit it because you said you do it yourself.
Yeah.
And 20 years later, haven't touched it.
I put off editing shit so long that back when I was editing, I would have put it on a DVD. Now I can skip that step, so it's even easier.
It's even
I
easier
just
now.
have to put
You
it.
just
on
got to upload it into the computer.
Yeah,
You could do it in 2 hours with a couple of beers. It's never going to be done, ever. But you'll set up another surround sound. From
and I've edited hundreds of other videos for the gallery and stuff, but
it's not going to do it. Yeah, we have tons of old Acme videos. We have sketches from the old Acme stuff that we should probably put on this channel.
That'd be great.
You never edit them.
No. I got stacks of stand-up and stuff
that
like
are just
that.
going to sit there until the day you're dead.
I was thinking of putting out a bunch of like Chelsea Handler stuff until I got a cease and desist.
Yeah, you should do that for sure. The amount of people that you could find, you probably have Sarah Silverman in there. You probably have, Bob Odenkirk. Did you get that one when he came in?
I didn't get Bob.
Okay.
A lot of the times they would ask me, and that was my
Not to
joke
record.
with Sarah Silverman. She goes, she's like, "Oh, could you not record?" I go, "Oh, don't worry, I've seen your act. It's not that good."
Did you say that to her?
Yeah, and she goes, I'm kidding, Sarah. You're wonderful. I know not to record you, but I've got tons of Zach Galifianakis.
Oh yeah, well he was there. I mean, that was his spot.
Yeah,
he was there. He was there all the time. We used to. So where Brett and I met was at this spot called Luna Park. It was on Robertson, in like West Hollywood, kind of West Hollywood, and yeah. So we with this place Luna Park there. I mean, the amount of people that performed there it was crazy. And yeah, Galifianakis was there all of the time, way before he had blown up, for sure.
Zalifanakis.
What I say?
Yeah, it took me a second. You said Zalifanakis.
Yeah.
Hey, that's his kid. That's what we called him back then. It was Zach Galifianakis, but we called him
Zalifanakis. Yeah, so Luna Park, man.
Oh, man. Those were the days. You know who I sat and had a conversation with at Luna Park?
Who's
Ricky Rackman.
Oh, my God, Ricky Rackman.
Yeah.
Nobody knows. And nobody watching this show knows who Ricky Rackman is. Ricky Rackman. Wow.
And you know what? Real
talk?
Real sweetheart that I can't remember his name either that passed away. Oh, God.
Why did you do this to us?
God, my brain is so...
Yeah, it's just over.
Oh, man. Just working, man.
How do you grow a beard in a week? I mean, that's insane. People were talking about how you're this clean cut Brett Sheridan, and that was last week.
Yeah. I just, you know what? It took me I couldn't grow hair on my face until I had that little wispy thing forever.
Same.
And now I guess my testosterone levels are higher.
It's a week.
Why can't I think of this comedian stays huge? And
Ralphie May?
No, not huge in that way, but he did this stuff. He was on Full House.
Bob Saget?
Bob Saget. I can't think of Bob Saget. I sat and had a conversation with him, but he was a nice guy.
So was Ralphie May, and that's not what I meant. Ralphie May was a massive comedian.
Yeah, he was huge. He was.
Yeah, but I actually had many conversations with Ralphie May. He was a really good guy. But you couldn't remember Bob Saget's name? No. All right.
That's the worst thing about, I think, when you start to do stuff like that and you get older. And like I couldn't think of when we were watching the trailer, I couldn't think of Hannibal Lecter's the actor's name.
Well, who's that girl that we usually do? Shoot, just the blonde hair. Oh, Roxy.
Roxy Stryker.
Roxy Stryker. Anyway, I'll tell you what. You know what I didn't have to ask you to do this, but you're going to have to help me move a mattress.
Nice.
You know why?
Because you got a new mattress.
I got a new mattress. Dude, the HELIX Sleep, when they came on, are you guys looking for a new one?
Yeah, we are, 100%.
Dude, so I was skeptical, I'll be honest, because they're like, well, we send it in a box.
Yeah.
I'm like, how good is it going to be to send it in a box? The way they package this thing, it just kind of pops open. And it's amazing. It's really amazing. I'll tell you guys a little bit more about HELIX Sleep right now. It's time for a new mattress. This video is sponsored by HELIX Sleep. Their Labor Day sale is running now, and it's a great time to upgrade your mattress. You can get 25% off your purchase for a limited time if you check out the HELIX site for more details. I got a new mattress from HELIX, and I love it. When I had heard that HELIX was coming on board, or they were interested in it, I was like, well, you know, my wife and I, we really do need a new mattress for our room. And we've had our old one for about 6 years or so, and it's like, yeah, let me check it out. It's really great. Premium mattresses customized to fit your needs, conveniently shipped right to your door. HELIX's sleep quiz, it matches you to the perfect mattress based on your body type and your sleep preferences. I need a nice, relaxing bed, and nice and comfy, and something good for my back. I sleep on my side, so I had all that stuff, and it let me know exactly what was right. The HELIX sleep mattresses are fiberglass free. They deliver the mattress right to your door, free shipping in the US, and it comes rolled up in a box, and it's really easy to set up. We got the HELIX Sunset Luxe. And already when I got it, I was like, oh man, put it on the bed, on the frame, and we laid down on it, and I was just like, oh, it's so soft and it's so comfortable. And what the hilarious thing is we let it air out, and we had my in-laws over. And I was outside, and I walk in, and my mother-in-law is just laying on the bed. This is so comfortable. It's amazing. And my kids want to like lay on it. It's super. It's just, you just kind of sink into it, and it's just so comfortable. All right, there is a Labor Day sale going on right now, August 21st to August 31st. Visit helixsleep.com/bigthing and get 25% off HELIX mattresses plus 2 free pillows during the Labor Day sale. It's running now for a limited time. Again, that is helixsleep.com/bigthing. Get 25% off the mattress here. It's amazing. So go ahead and check it out. Thank you again to HELIX for being involved in the show. Very excited to have them for a sponsor. If you're looking for a new mattress and you've been looking for a new mattress, please consider them. I'm loving it. The picture you saw was from my place. That's my mattress. That's before we put the sheets on. That's after we put the sheets on. That's everything. I love it, and I'm very excited that they're on board. So please consider them. And not only will you be super satisfied, you'll also be helping out the show. So use the link in the description. Please go and check it out right now. Yeah, I absolutely love it. It's great. So thanks again to HELIX Sleep. And if you're able to, you have the means to it, and you're looking for a new mattress, I'm telling you, man, that's where you go.
100%. We've got a 20-year-old. It was the first big purchase we ever made.
To change after 7 months.
Yeah.
I mean, 7 years. 7 months. 7 months. Just keep tossing it out.
That's how the mattress people get you.
Every 7 months.
Hey, change it out every 7 months. Are you sure about that?
We put the one, because the other mattress I have, we don't want to get rid of it because we've only had it for like 5.5 years.
Yeah.
But we put it in the living room, and the 5.5-year-old is Macho Man Randy Savage off the freaking couch, like just landing and doing all these things. It's hilarious. But
that's great. We have 2 mattresses because we'd moved some stuff around. We have 2 mattresses in our living room, and we call it floor bed. And we haven't taken them out because we had some friends stay, and the kids slept in there. But like, it's the greatest thing. We've got 2 mattresses, the couch. It's the only way that we can all sit there and watch a show.
Get a third.
Yeah.
It's and I'm not kidding. My mother-in-law, as I said, I walk in because we hadn't put the bedding on yet. I walk in, she's just like laying on the thing, and she's like, "This is amazing."
I'm sure they have different levels and stuff.
Tons.
Is yours like a firmer one?
No, we have a little. I'm a side sleeper, so
okay.
it's a little softer. We just kind of sink. It's like a big. It's like a marshmallow, but it's not like too soft to where it's helpful for the back. But yeah, it's incredible. You should browse
I'll
around,
take
man.
it.
Browse around. You want to take the old one?
No, the new
Oh,
one.
the new one. Sure. Just rip it right off the bed. Anyway, I do want to talk a little bit about Ahsoka, and what I've been seeing from a lot of people is, I mean, for the majority, it looks like people are really excited about this show and the tones, and you see some people talking about the pacing, and I had a buddy reach out who didn't love the editing. And there's some people who don't even understand kind of some of the stuff that's happening. And I said, well, you got to pay attention to what's they explain what's happening. You just got to pay attention to it. Not that you'd be lost, but I'm very curious to hear what you think when you watch this show, because people are wondering. I saw a comment like, did Filoni save Star Wars again? And I'm like, well, here's the thing though. Even if you think the show is fantastic, he doesn't run all of it.
Yeah.
He certainly has a say and creative on a lot of it, but he also had a lot to say with Mandalorian season 3, even though I don't know how involved he was in it because he was working on this. But he also had a lot to do with Boba Fett. You know, he also had a lot, and which is not great. But nonetheless, the TV has definitely changed the narrative as far as Star Wars. But he's not the one calling the shots on the other stuff too. So I do think that they should take notes from him and let him, like, they're doing this thing where he's going to be his shows, Ahsoka, Mandalorian, Skeleton Crew, all the stuff that him and Favreau are involved in are going to lead to like this big epic movie that he's going to do, which is great. But I'm very curious on how the rest of it plays out because, well, Andor to me, you watched all Andor, didn't you?
Is it Andor?
It's good. Nice inside joke to know what's going to get. There was some short that I had, and I had to keep uploading it to different platforms. And it started with, "Is it Andor?" And Brett almost put his head through the window because it kept saying, "Is it Andor?"
Quick question about this.
Sure.
When did the average person become an expert in editing? Like, no one ever talked about editing back in the day, and now it's like, the cuts and what was the last one? It was the Queen movie. They were talking about the editing was bad in that
Queen
one.
movie? What Queen movie?
Yeah, you know what it was called.
No, I don't know what you're doing today.
Not like an actual Queen.
Oh,
the band Queen. Bohemian Rhapsody. Come on, you need to get in my brain. I bet there's people out there that watch this show forever that go, "Oh, I know what
People
Brett's
would get
talking
lost
about."
in your brain. Because last week you're on the Klopklin, and this week you're on 7 cups of coffee.
It was 110 degrees in Nebraska. I think I might have fried my brain a little bit.
You're on something. It was good. Like that whole thing with you and Roxy with the Peter Pumpkin Eater was incredible. Yeah. I'm so bummed though because I put it as a short clip and it did well. The episode itself did well, but the short clip didn't do farts.
Well, you should get just more videos of me reacting to trailers where I don't do anything.
I don't understand the algorithm.
It's almost 3 million. It's every morning I wake up, I open Instagram, I've got 100 likes on that, 100 plus likes.
Explain to the people what it is.
It's the Elemental. It's like a little tiny clip of me doing the trailer reaction for Elemental was when you were sick.
Yeah,
and like I was like something. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll do this, and I said more. In the
reaction itself.
Yeah.
And the reaction itself didn't do anything. I think like what, 5,000 or 6,000
Yeah,
views.
it was, but this one, it's me and I go, huh. That's my reaction to the clip they showed. And I mean, I think there's 200,000 comments. No, 3 million views and 200,000 plus likes.
I don't understand.
It's the least interesting thing I've ever done in my life.
I never understand how Instagram works because I'll wake up and it's like the one that I think is going to do really well doesn't, and then certain ones do. Like that one caught fire, the Deadpool one caught fire, but that one.
How do I not get followers from that? Though?
I don't get a lot of even for the big ones of the Katie's Instagram one, and then there was a Deadpool one. I picked up some, but I don't know. Instagram's weird. But for the Deadpool one, we picked up a ton on YouTube.
Yeah, I thought I was going to be viral, and then I'd start actually being active on there, but
no.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, you don't say anything in there too. That was my favorite comments where people were like, this guy's not saying anything, and we're like, yeah.
I know.
I don't know how that it's hilarious. You guys got to check it out if you haven't seen it. Just go to my Instagram page and just look for the Brett Elemental thing. It's hilarious. I don't know. I was going through it. And I'm like, that's not right. That's not a real number. I'm like, what? Because at the time it was like 1.2 or something.
Oh yeah, and no joke. Like I get it up in the corner. You got hearts, and you click on that, and the whole thing is just people
liking that video, and it's
video.
still popping around there. It's weird. Yeah, I don't know how these shorts work at all. I don't really know. But anyway,
go ask that guy that owns Twitter. What's his name? No.
Oh, yeah, I know, right?
It's Instagram.
That's the Instagrams.
Oh, Pinstagram, maybe Instagram. We got some hot news coming in. I'm gonna.
No, yeah. It's, if my wife is talking about airplane flights, that's hot news.
I I get why comedians do so much airplane stuff because I've flown more than I have in years and years this last, and Jesus, like if I could fly first class,
I did it once. Well, not more than once, but I did it recently. It was the stupidest decision I made because it put me in debt.
I did it once, and it was a flight that my parents paid for or whatever. It was like just a special thing. But after that, like I haven't. But it's just like, and the joke is always you get in there and you're just a bunch of big guys, and you're like, oh, they make these seats smaller. No, assholes, we're all getting huge.
Right.
But I was so cramped up and
it's my favorite airplane bit of any stand-up comedian is George Carlin's, where he does a whole thing.
All the thing, yeah.
It's a whole thing, but he's like, here's the thing, is this statement what drives me nuts, whatever, is he's like, please check around your immediate seating area for any personal items you might have brought on board. He goes, well, let's start with immediate seating area. Seat. It's a goddamn seat. Check around your seat. He goes, for any personal items you might have brought on board. His personal items. What other items are there? Public items? These people think I would have brought a fountain from the park? He goes, you might have brought on board. He goes, well, I might have brought my Arrowhead collection. I didn't, so I'm not going to look for it.
You may now get on the plane. Fuck you, I'm getting in the plane.
Like Evel Knievel, get on the plane. Yeah, it's just that his bit about planes, it goes on. I listened to that thing so many times. It goes on for it's like a 5 to 10 minute bit. And he just talks about he's final. He's like, you've reached your final destination. He goes, all destinations are final.
I miss George.
He's the best. He's like he's like, did you go with me to Carlin?
Yeah.
It was you, right?
And that was maybe a year before he died?
Yeah.
No,
we went to the Nokia.
Yeah. That was so, the guy and just polished. He must have just worked on stuff and worked on things just
This is how his brain went. Yeah, did you watch the documentary that Apatow did?
No, I have to do that.
You should. If you're missing Carlin, that's definitely something you should watch. Because that airplane bit alone, when he's just he's talking about the seatbelt, but he was talking about the other bit is when he goes, why do they call it a near hit? It's a near miss. Look, they nearly missed. The best. Oh. Yeah, it was so good. That album was. I used to listen to that one in college all the time. Remember that?
Speaking of docs, did you ever check out that Star Wars how the holiday special was made?
Did it come out already?
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe I saw it at a festival.
Yeah, maybe I'm just
you just
get
hot
the
shit,
inside
man.
scoop.
You got inside scoop. Get the season
I
early.
got a hot scoop.
Yeah. So how's the channel going? The other one, the above board. Whatevs.
It's doing all right. I mean, we're almost up to 2,000 or something like that. I mean, I'm having a lot of fun. I'll tell you that much. And we just recently dropped this one that was Gen Con, which is this big convention where it's a huge board game convention in Minneapolis. That's what I was there for, and where Leaf and I ran around looking to find in 10 minutes.
Screaming Jennifer, right?
Yeah, how many gens we
How many
could
did you find?
Well, you have to watch the video because I got a little frustrated.
For real?
I may have cheated.
Did you for real?
Yeah. I just started pulling people up.
And asking them what
and
their
he'd
names are?
come back and he'd see 5 people. He's like, what the hell?
You see you cheated?
Yeah.
Did you admit on the video that you cheated?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I want to see it. I don't know what time of the month that this happens, or the year rather, but birds and squirrels and shit start coming in here.
Oh, yeah.
You notice that? Have you ever seen one come in here? The worst was when we had the M&Ms that time, and the fucking squirrel, when I was recording, I looked up and the squirrel's just like this. What the fuck, man?
You leave an M&M, what do you expect?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yep.
That's not what I wanted to do. Hey, man, listen. I'll tell you what. You had a squirrel in there? Yeah, not me. I would have come in here and fucked some asses.
What?
What? Jeez. Wow. That's the...
You would have what?
I would have fucked some asses.
Why?
Not on my watch.
Yeah, you might have been the watch. You know what I'm saying? I'll lock you up. I don't give a shit. I don't discriminate. I'll take whoever and whatever ass is ready. Come on, baby. Yeah, look at my balls.
What? That's a dirty squirrel.
Did you just call me a squirrel, motherfucker?
Oh,
Did you just call me a squirrel? I was on my way out. Now I'm gonna go and climb up and come in your face.
You gotta make like a filthy chipmunk movie. Like that's gotta be a movie. You gotta get the South Park guys to make a filthy squirrel or chipmunk. Did that squirrel just say fuck some ass?
It ain't filthy. It's fact. It's motherfucking fact. Yeah. One time I walked up and I said, "Hey man," and they said, "What?" And I said, "Listen, I'm gonna go fuck a hippopotamus." I can do it. I got big balls, so I will fill the hippopotamus full of chipmunk goo.
You know, back to the other show. That one I can actually send to people. I can actually send it to family members and say, check this out.
Don't be a pussy. You want to be a little pussy? Say, hey, Mama Sheridan, look at me. Ooh, I'm shaking. Oh, fuck yeah. Hit me. Come on. Yeah. This song is for all of the masses, and I'm running around fucking asses. That's what I do. I'm the fucking pimp. I had a lady and she walks with a limp. Oh yeah, 'cause I fucked that ass.
The guy just is unruly.
Yeah, man.
He's just unruly.
I do not approve of what that guy talks about.
What he talks about.
I do not approve of that.
Oh, man.
This is
Unbelievable.
the shit my kids will find.
For sure.
What's your dad do? This was a sidekick to a guy who did a chipmunk.
Just started with a squirrel eating M&Ms. Holy shit, man. All right, let me tell you about AG1 and NUTRAFOL.
Jesus.
Here you go. You guys are very familiar with AG1, and I'm glad that I am. I love AG1. They've changed my life, man. They really have. Our next partner is AG1. It's the daily foundational nutrition supplement that supports whole body health. I drink it every day. I wake up in the morning, I shake up a scoop in a bottle of water, and actually been using this cup I got from the zoo. Don't ask me why, but that's what I've been doing normally. And I put it in this cup, and I shake it around, and it is. And I love my coffee. I'm not going to tell you that I don't love coffee, but I only take 1 cup of coffee now. I only need 1 cup because AG1 is my sleep quality is better. My just everything about them. I feel like my immune system is better now. It's like there's so much better. I just feel overall, I feel so much more healthy. I've been in a better mood since I've been taking AG1. I really have, and I love it. It's so good because I can't do it's hard for me to do the supplemental routine. It comes with a whole bunch of different products, and it's just, I don't know. It's just easier for me to do it all with one shot. And since I've been drinking AG1, I've known just a lot of mental clarity. My digestion is easier. I'm focusing a lot better. So for me, I don't understand why people would want to take a bunch of different things where you can just take 1 scoop, put it in powder, shake it up once a day, boom. Because AG1 was designed with ease in mind so you can live healthier and better without having to complicate your routine. It's the best. I am so excited, and I'm so glad they're with us. They've been with us for so long, and I had someone over the weekend ask me, "Hey, I want to support the show. I want to try AG1. You think I'll enjoy it?" I said, "Yes, you will enjoy it for sure." And one of the things I really like about it too is that it tastes good. It's green. It tastes good. I'm telling you, and it smells good too. My wife the other day, she's like, "What smells like berries?" I was like, "AG1, man." So if you want to take ownership of your health, try AG1 and get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free AG1 travel packs with your first purchase. You have to go to drinkag1.com/bigthing. drinkag1.com/bigthing. Check it out. You'll thank me later. Don't be embarrassed. Don't do it. Listen, did you know that 80% of men will experience hair thinning in their lifetime? It's normal, guys. But it doesn't have to be your fate. You can get ahead of thinning with NUTRAFOL. NUTRAFOL is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement clinically shown to improve your hair growth, visible thickness, and visible scalp coverage. NUTRAFOL's hair growth supplements use physician-formulated, natural, science-backed ingredients. Their drug-free, patented technology provides consistent, reliable results without compromising your sexual health. Go to Nutrafol.com/men to take their hair wealth wellness quiz. Identify causes of your thinning hair, and Nutrafol will give you a personalized plan for better hair health through whole body wellness. It works. In a clinical study, 84% of men showed improvement in their hair after 6 months taking Nutrafol men's hair growth supplements. Everybody feels this way as you're getting older. You're like, oh man, am I the only one? Why is this happening to me? This and that. We're in an age now where you can get it helped. You can get it fixed. Take the first step to visibly thicker, healthier hair. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com/men, but you have to enter that promo code BIGTHING. Find out why over 4,000 healthcare professionals recommend Nutrafol for healthier hair. Nutrafol.com/men. Nutrafol.com/men and enter that code BIGTHING. That's Nutrafol.com/men, promo code BIGTHING.
And that was the day Christian lost all his sponsors. I don't know, man. Just on one day they called you, emailed me.
They said we're guys talking about aliens and squirrels fucking asses.
Sorry.
This is the end. This is the last episode of this show.
I can't.
Oh my God. Who knows? See, now this is what I hope. I hope that people clicked on to watch this show for the Snyder, trailer thing, and then they stuck around for this because these are the kind of moments you get when we do this shit. But oh man, yeah. So I don't know. And do we even talk about Ahsoka?
Yeah,
yes, we did. We talked about Ahsoka. What else was there? Something else I wanted to
I'm gonna do that tonight. I'm gonna
you should watch it.
Yeah. And I'll come back with a full report. Did they drop them all, or is it week to week?
2 episodes.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, the first episode is around 52 minutes.
Okay.
The second one's like 42, 43. The third one is only like 32, so they dropped it down like 10 minutes each episode. But I think that they'll start going back up after episode 4. But I really dug it, and I think it's going to be pretty damn good. What else? Oh, you know what I saw last night? Gran Turismo. You know what that is?
I saw the trailer for that. Yeah.
What do you think of the trailer?
I thought it looked fun. I didn't know that this was a true story or
Isn't
something.
that crazy? Isn't that crazy that everybody doesn't know about that story?
Yeah.
Like that should be a story that like literally, whether you like video games or you like, that's a crazy story.
Yeah.
So for people who don't know what the story is about, there was the guy who created the game. I always thought Gran Turismo was just like a car game.
Yeah.
It's like an actual simulator that they make it as realistic as possible that they put together. And when it came out 20 plus years ago, whatever, and there's been different versions of it. And then the character that I'm not going to do, and no spoilers, but the character that Orlando Bloom plays is the like the kind of the Nissan marketing guy who pitches this idea. And he's like, well, we want to have all the top gamers who tested the most inside of this program kind of qualify. And we're going to put, I think it's like 20 of them in this camp to see who will then get a contract with us to become a racer.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know if they're going to buy this, and they do, and they take the idea, and then he's got to find somebody to train these guys, and he's going through the whole list, and he comes up with David Harbour's character, who is like an ex-racer, and he just kind of quit early, and he's at this gig at the time that he doesn't like, and he trains, and he winds up like training these racers, and this one kid, and let me get his name. First of all, it's directed by Neil Blomkamp, from District 9. I don't love Chappie, but Elysium. And so he directs this movie, and I thought this was one of his best. I'll be honest. I really liked it. But so this kid, Archie Madekwe, who plays the main character, Jan Mardenborough, this kid's awesome. I've never seen Midsommar. Have you?
No,
Okay.
I want. That's one of those ones that
I've
I think it's too scary for my wife. Probably.
Okay, but I've never seen it. But he's in that, and he's in a couple other things. But I'd never really seen him before. He's so damn likable, and you really root for him. And so the story is essentially, this kid. It's what he wants to do. He's always loved racing. It's why he loves his games in general. And the reason I also bring this up is we just saw him in the Rebel Moon trailers. Jaime Hans, who plays his dad.
Okay.
And his dad's a good guy. He's ex-soccer player, and he's just like, what are you doing with your life? You're just playing video games all day long. He's like, Dad, it's more than that. It's this, and he's trying to. His brother's like an athlete also, so he's trying to like get the kid to figure out what are you doing with your life. But then he gets this opportunity, and he obviously makes the most of it. And the fact that this really happened, the guy became an actual racer, and he's done I think he's done over like 200 races since.
That's wild.
It's crazy, and like the racing scenes are fantastic. That's what makes this. And there's heart to it. The relationship between Archie and David Harbaugh's character are just it's fantastic. And Orlando Bloom is really good at it too. He's just like, what they didn't do to him, what I thought they were gonna do, is just make him the kind of tunnel vision bad guy, or if he was gonna be, and he's not. He's a marketing guy who has he cares. But he's also I loved it. Was a real. He felt real. He felt real, like with flaws and everything. So he felt real. So I really loved it. But one of the things that I said, and this isn't a spoiler because I'm not going to tell you where it was, but they play. And there is actually a good transition, I guess, out of this. Is one of my favorite movies of all time is Heat.
Oh yeah,
with Michael Mann's movie with De Niro and Pacino.
Best.
You love it?
And I'm just thinking of the Jim Gaffigan bit where he
talks.
Talks
a bit on Heat?
Yeah, when he's just talking about it, he goes, "Yeah, I'm so out of the loop with movies, and I'm hanging out with friends, and this is way after it came." He goes, "Hey, you guys seen Heat?"
It's so good. It's a great movie. But like, the reason I bring that up is one of my favorite all-time pieces of music is in that film, right? And they play it in. It hardly ever happens in movies anymore. They used to do it back in the day. They would take music scores from other movies and play it. And they use a piece of the music from Heat, and it's in the movie, and it plays beautifully.
It's James Brown's "I Feel Good."
100%. But it just works. It just works really, really well. So I really, really enjoyed the movie. I thought it was. I didn't know what to expect because I thought it was. It's funny, people are going to say, "Well, what do you think? Is it one of the best video game adaptations?" And that's hard to say because it's
not about the game so much as it is the.
I mean, like it is and it isn't, right? It's like the game itself is the stimulation, so it's like and what it actually happened in real life. It kind of is. It's excuse me, I almost sneezed. There it goes. But like the PlayStation stuff that they've been Last of Us, Uncharted made a lot of money. I still think that they dropped the ball on how it was entertaining, but they dropped the ball on how they should have done that.
Yeah.
You give me back my stuff, right? Uncharted?
Yeah.
Or you still have it?
A long time ago.
I don't know if it's true.
Come on.
All right.
Come on.
All right. But yes,
I think it'll probably be a great, take that, parents, for not thinking I could do something with video games. Like look at me. My parents didn't think I'd accomplish anything. I'm on a show with a filthy chipmunk.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to wind up making that was my favorite thing though, when the chipmunk answered the telemarketer call.
Oh God.
But the amount of I had people reaching out to me about it. Like my father-in-law loved it. Like that's he was trying to convince me that's what I should do now.
Yeah.
Just a chipmunk all day long. And I was and that's the cleanest he's ever been. He didn't even curse at all. I'm like, well, you don't see him he's a filthmonger. I mean, he hasn't had.
It's not you. It's him.
Him.
I don't know why everybody's getting.
No one gives me shit.
Don't get on.
No, they
Christian.
don't. No, I can't. It's not me. I yell at him all the time.
Yeah, Mom, that's the chipmunk.
It's the chipmunk. We don't ask him in here. He just comes in. Yeah, for real. I don't.
I loved your transition because I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I've never seen a squirrel come in here.
Have you not?
No, I thought that was a total made up.
No.
Oh,
Dude,
because I'm like, yeah.
No.
Okay, what are we going with?
No,
here?
no. Yesterday, a bird came in, and I had to shoo it out. But no, there was when we
I've
had.
only seen dude run in here.
No, man. When we had it's been a long time because the setup was different. It was before we did all this,
Yeah.
but like, and we had that big ass table, and we had like it was like after Halloween or something. It was like M&Ms, and I heard this. I look up. Well, what the hell's that? And it's a squirrel. He's just eating the M&Ms like this. What? Yeah,
Step.
yeah. That was it.
And then I fucked his ass.
He did.
I haven't saw you queuing it up. I'm like, here we go.
You want to get at it again? All right, let's talk. You know, hey, Brett, let me ask you a question.
Roxy would be hating.
Oh, me and Roxy go way back. We go way back. You got no idea. You think you want to know why the neighbor's limping? Not too far to find my big bones. And she actually stuck a cane in my asshole.
No. His name is Big Balls?
Big Balls McGillicuddy, but he goes by Big Balls. There's a little special, like.
No Big Balls, no.
I will tell you this: there's a special tease coming up with Big Balls. If you guys are a part of the website and you're a Big Balls fan, you want to be part of that website. I'll tell you there's something special coming with him. So if you go to
Stuffed.
the KristianHarloff.com and join, because people are gonna start talking about something with Big Balls over there pretty soon. I caught wind of it. Oh, something else. Look at this. This is brand new. Look at that bad boy. That is on the store. That is on the website right now. We just put that up yesterday, and it's on sale. When you see that TeePublic link, you can get one of those. The UAP shirts. I'm getting one. I already ordered them. Ordered one for me, Riley, Roxy. You guys should get one if you want. That's one of my favorite shirts so far. And Wicked Art did the design for that one. How great is that?
What's the UAP? I know.
Oh, they changed it now, but it's no longer. It's
yeah,
no
I know
longer
they
UAP.
changed it, and I saw Ellis's bit about it, like on
unidentified aerial phenomenon.
aerial phenomenon.
Yeah, is what it is now. And I think there's a lot of different reasons why they change it. It's either one, to get the stigma off the UFO.
Yeah.
And two, Roxy made a great point of like kind of because it's confusing now when they say UAP, you're like, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
And you don't take it as, you don't really pay attention to it. So when you see it in a headline or anything, you scroll past it, you know what a UAP is. But when you see UFO, but who knows? I don't know. I'm becoming more and more not skeptical of the actual phenomenon itself. I'm becoming more and more skeptical that the government is ever going to release anything.
Oh, okay.
There's just too much secrecy behind it, and they're going to figure a way to keep it secret. But that's stuff that you can see on Tuesdays, man. We talk about it in great depth. But we talked about a lot here, Brett, today.
I mean, we covered it all.
And I think that people are going to be enlightened.
Yeah.
I think people are going to get smarter from this show.
Yeah, I don't know who needs to hear this, but
go ahead.
I think we really touched lives today.
I do.
And especially
And assholes.
you got it.
We touched lives, and we touched assholes.
Yep.
Tickle them,
Hey,
kiss them,
little kiss on little tushy kiss.
tits too.
Little purse lip to purse lip.
Oh, you see, now you're talking my language, motherfucker. Where were you before? Bottled up and nervous. Now look at you. You ready, you little freak. You little freakity. Come on, you pervy little fucker. You know it. Come on.
It's a guy
Yeah.
who is like
Yeah.
almost like happy.
Yeah.
Who has this squirrel that suddenly is part
Just
of his
pops up.
life and cannot get away from
I'm going to tell you one more time. If you call me a squirrel one more fucking time, I'm going to climb up into your shirt and bite your nipples off. You understand me? You watch your tone, motherfucker.
Simon Theodore, Big Balls.
I love that it like picks you up too. Anyway, this is what the show was today. So if nobody watches, it's fine.
Rebel Moon dropping sometime in
dropping like it's hot.
2026, I think.
That's good. Good for you. I'm glad you're tuned in.
December and March.
All right. So thanks for joining us here today. Thanks for joining me and Brett. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere podcasts are found. I appreciate you guys for joining us. Again, if you're able to, join that site. for real though, thank you to our sponsors. If you're able to get any of our sponsors today, if you have the means to do it, please check out TeePublic, HELIX Sleep, and of course AG1 and NUTRAFOL. We're very excited to have them as part of the show. So please, if you're able to, I link the comments. It's always linked in the comments. It's the pinned comment, and it's always in the description. All right, so for myself, Brett Sheridan, and Big Balls, we'll see you next time.